colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They'll start by running the option to the right. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13. Lance. It's complete to Diggs. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Lance. He sets to fire deep. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Bills have a solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this...
And now look at this. Big gain, the fumble. This is picked up by the Bills.
Okay.
And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Bills at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. But backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Now back to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
19 right.
They're going to try and throw.
Man.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the Bills first down as they manage to
Oh, my gosh,
keep the drive alive. It's a big play there on 4th and inches. And the Bills will move the chains.
JC.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere.
19 strikes. 19 strikes.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw.
Let's do that.
Open man right side, it's Lamb. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. They go with the option on 4th down, left side. Oh, he's hit, he lost the football, put it on the carpet. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed. We always always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here.
Oh, good pass.
This is caught. Touchdown, Bills. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now.
He didn't get the first down.
The
He's
Bills are
fumbled.
an extra point away now from tying this
Oh,
ball
my
game.
God.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7.
Terrible.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance completes it to Norwood. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to...
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Darren Waller from 19 yards away. And the Bengals have moved out in front. Their first passing touchdown.
Oh, he got that.
And they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
On the counter, here's Jones to the 43, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Bengals drive about to get going.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Sly on for the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Bengals 21, Bills 7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Come on. Hey.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
2nd and 14.
Oh, my God.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Back in 60. Hey, smash Broncos. 3.
Looking to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
The Bills on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Bills will take over here just shy of the 30.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding what receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique, and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's helping his team in a huge way.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Let's go.
2nd and 1.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw.
A check down here to Jones. And he is going to have a Bills first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
They'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Back to throw again.
There's Chris Olave.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And out of bounds right around the 20. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Let's go now.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw.
And this one quickly to Lamb.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Well, they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
A final shot before half for Lance.
He's going to let this one go deep.
Now Lance throws the interception, his third. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a miss-hit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
A nice run there by Jones on first down as he'll wind up getting about 5. So 2nd and 5 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Come back, team! Come back, team! Go!
2nd and 5. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw.
Oh!
Touchdown.
No, that's good. You got your back clean.
Touchdown number 60.
And the Bills take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw to the defense. They had no answer for that right there.
Right there, hurt. Check match, check match.
Now they send a man in motion right.
Head the street, head the street.
The quarterback will keep it himself. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Diggs. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line.
Here's Lance.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
He'll get it inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year.
And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Up the middle, Jones.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Jones. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. Just short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Diggs going in motion right. On play action, Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Of note, that last throw right there, putting him over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet.
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 19-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And he's going to go down again.
It's the corner blitz that got him. J.C. Jackson with his sack.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
The offense on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll set up a throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. Finding room at midfield. And some space here.
Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Jones. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Bills. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get too closer here on the fake extra point. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say,
What the?
football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Bills are right back in this football game.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game
threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. Out from the shadows of their goal line, here's 1st and 10 from the 11. Back to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball.
Touchdown, Bengals! Cooper Kupp, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Lance going to try to throw for this. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. To the 43, second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now Jones. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Tucker with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Bengals drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Oh, I threw it to the wrong dude.
And now here's another interception. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in that booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you had extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Slot man moves right. After the sack on 1st down, Lance going deep for Diggs. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because
he's got a man complete. The 30, 10, and a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
but some fantasy players are really